One of the most important secrets for a happy marriage is focus on seeing the best in each other. This is what I learned from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 7 in the Amplified Bible. Let me read it to you. Love bears all things, regardless of what comes, believes all things, looking for the best in each one. You know, when you got married, you did not marry a perfect person, and neither were you perfect. Yet, you were in love and you were willing to look past their imperfections, their sins, their weaknesses, and we all have them. And you focused on what was best about them. You might have had parents warn you, not sure about this person's work ethic, or I don't like the way this woman dresses. And they might have focused on the negative traits, but you told your parents, you don't know them like I know them. And what it was is you focused on the very best in each other. And that really is what love is about, is you can have a choice of seeing the worst in people, or you can have a choice of seeing the best in people. It's easy to see the worst. And the trouble is when you've been married for a while, and when you feel romance is dying out, or maybe you offend each other, you then begin to focus not on what is good about the other person, but what is bad about them. And friend, you want a recipe for disaster? Keep focusing on what's best or what's bad about them. And I'm telling you, you're going to be unhappy because you're going to create your own unhappiness. Now, you could pray and ask God to change your spouse and make them a better person. And all of us, I hope, as Christians, we're improving. But whatever improvement we make will never be enough for a person who is going to concentrate and focus on what's bad. And friend, if you're going to keep focusing on what's bad about your spouse, you're going to be unhappy being married to that person. But you're unhappy not because the person's imperfect. They were imperfect when they married you. You're unhappy because you're focusing on what's bad. And that creates your own sense of unhappiness. Also, didn't Jesus say in Matthew 7, do not judge or you too will be judged? And what you're really doing when you're focusing on the bad parts of your spouse, aren't you judging them? Aren't you disobeying Jesus' command? Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own? See, what you're doing is you're really judging your spouse. And as long as you keep judging them, you're going to find they're going to judge you back. But when you decide, I'm going to quit judging my spouse and I'm going to start seeing the best in the person you're married, you know what's going to happen most likely? That person is going to change their opinion of you. And before you know it, you start to work things out. So friend, one of the most important secrets to a happy marriage is see the best in each other.